Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my corner of the internet once again. My name is Jason, and today we're back with some more Elder Scrolls 2 Daggerfall. Last time, we finally made our way through this dungeon and obtained the chunk of malachite from this pedestal after defeating some vampire with his gargoyle goons, whatever. So today what we're going to do is we're going to be going ahead and resting first of all so I can use my teleport spell to get back to the beginning of this dungeon, and my long blade skill has improved. That's also, and then we're going to go ahead and we'll say cash in this quest. Now I'm curious because I just saw the notification for my long blade. I'm curious as to what my long blade skill is actually at. Let's take a look at what our skills are at. We haven't done that in a little while. So, first things first, let's look at primary skills. Our illusion is at 41%, our stealth is at 95, and dodging is at 43, and I'm still curious as to how much these are going to go down once I become fully human again. Let's see, major skills. We got thaumaturgy, which I don't even know if I'm increasing that. I don't think I've used it at all, so it's still sitting at 21%, but our short blade's at 66%, and 23 for lockpicking. Minor skills, let's see, alteration, alteration? Yeah, that's a funny way of saying it. Alteration is 16, I've barely used that. Critical strike is at an impressive 79%. 22% for mercantile, destruction is at 36%, restoration is at 23, and backstabbing is at 22, because my backstabbing royally sucks. And then finally miscellaneous, with only a 20% to long blade. Really? Okay. I figured I'd gotten a lot of skill increases. I was expecting things to be a little bit higher. I'm not going to go through every single one of these, but if you want to see them, you can go ahead and look at them. Of note, though, is running at 128%. So it's nice to know that I can go ahead and definitely, we'll say, boost some of my skills beyond 100. So now that we've gone ahead and we have gold is at 50 grand. Yikes. And we're 1 point off on encumbrance. That's great. Alright, let's head back to the entrance using our Tropolit spell. We're gonna go ahead and teleport back to the beginning, actually relative beginning. I don't remember exactly which way to go. Let's take a look at our map. Actually, is this a doorway we never explored? There is a doorway we never explored. Okay, I'm gonna look through this door here. I think we may have seen in here, but we just never got it added to our map. And that will go ahead and add it, which doesn't really matter because we're about to leave anyways. Yes, actually, I'm going to access my wagon because I want to just put stuff in there. It just makes things a little bit easier just to throw everything into my wagon, and then I can go ahead and, you know, grab things out a little bit later. This broadsword is used. It's not ready to break yet, but it's used. I'm thinking I'm going to hang on to it for a little bit longer. Let's see, let's go ahead and basically remove a dwarven longsword. Yeah, we'll remove that. Let's see, what else have we got here? Adamantium broadsword. Yes, we will go ahead and remove that as well. Arrows we don't need. Let me see. I want to basically just keep one dwarven short sword with me, just in case, because, you know, eventually I'm going to be getting rid of the lycanthropy, and if I happen to forget to go ahead and grab another another short blade, I don't want to, when I get myself cured, I don't want to be without any sort of weapons before I can access my, my wagon. You know, what if I go into a dungeon for the final part of the quest, and then all of a sudden I'm no longer a werewolf and I don't have any weapon I'm actually good with? So we're gonna keep this sucker with us right here, the Dwarven Dagger, which does 5 to 10 points of damage. Actually, we're gonna keep the Dwarven Tanto with us because that does more. There we go, and we'll just drop everything else. You are Dwarven Wakazashi. Actually, that's even better. So we'll remove that, and that. Excellent. Ebony. Don't need to be carrying that around with us. I will carry the magical items with me, though. Because, you know, magical items you can always sort of keep around and, you know, use those to cast spells. And even though they're not identified yet, yeah, I want to keep them there. And I think that this is pretty much just my potion section. On lycanthropy, that's right, that's a book. We'll go ahead and put that away. That's one thing I definitely want to do. I'm going to say, maybe by the next episode we'll get back to reading books at the end of the episode. I would like that. Alright, so everything has been put away. Let's go ahead and not... Actually, yes, let's go ahead and leave. No, I didn't mean... Yeah. No, there we go. I pass a stack of firewood. Okay. Oh, this sounds so much cooler. Basically, what I'm doing is my brother does have an actual MT32, but I was not able to procure it for this. So I'm using a program called Munt, which is kind of a an MT32 emulator, and so that's how we've got the new sound. I kind of like it. It's a little bit less shrill than the normal sort of Sound Blaster sound that we've had for most of this playthrough. But anyways, enough of that. Let's look at our log. An agent of the Underking has sent me to Castle Ludwig to find a certain malachite. The Necromancer stole from the Underking. I have 45 days to find and return the malachite. Now, I just thought about this. They probably don't want me to go and return this directly to the Underking. They probably want me to go back to this guy. And wait a second. Wasn't this given to me through a letter? Yeah, so I need to refer to the letter to find out where I need to bring this. I don't remember. Oh, and it's under clothing and miscellaneous, isn't it? I'm pretty sure it is. Okay, I'll be right back. I just gotta find that letter. Alright, so we need to go to the Hearth House Residence. Hearth House Residence. Did that change again? No, wait. Yes, I think it did! The name of this place keeps changing. It'll probably change to, it starts with an S. Anyways, we need to head to Wajuwan in Sentinel. And hopefully the guy is still there. So let's go ahead and travel there. So, actually I just realized something. I had a time restraint to deliver. Oh no, I do have the 45. Okay. Let's go ahead and hit W. And we need to head back to Sentinel. We need to find Wad. I can't remember if it'll find it with just the first three. Yes, it will. We want to travel there. We want to do so as quickly as possible. And that would mean traveling recklessly, using inns, and by ship. So we're going to go ahead and head over there. Hopefully, we'll make the deadline. I feel the need to hunt the innocent. Yes, I know. Actually, 9 days have passed in game. What is my health at? 4! Oh my goodness, I'm gonna die! I should have maybe stopped for a snack before heading over here. Alright, so we know that I can go from full health down to nearly no health, just by... Wow, okay. Just by... Dang. 9 days, that's all it took. Okay, so basically... You've got maybe a little over a week as a werewolf. Maybe 2 weeks max to survive without feeding when you need to. Okay, what we're gonna do is, okay, I guess I'll rest at an inn. I'll rest at an inn until morning. It'll take like 6 hours. And, then what we'll do is we'll wake up in the morning and go eat someone. There we go. We'll go get breakfast. I'd like to have a room for the night. For 3 gold pieces. Okay, good enough, good enough. Rest until fully healed. That'll take us till morning, but 5 hours. Alright, good enough. Hopefully people are out and about by then. This door just opened on its own. What the heck? What the heck? I'm being attacked in the inn? That door just opened. There was nothing over there. Which leads me to believe maybe there's something down on the bottom floor. And because of its proximity to a door on that plane, it's... Sounds like a skeleton. Is there a skeleton in here, guys? Okay, this is an interesting development. The inn is now haunted. And with this new soundtrack, it actually sounds kind of eerie. Okay, this is cool. This is cool. Jason, you could just escape the inn and be done with this. But I want to find whatever it is. Oh, wait, I think I saw it. Yeah, it's a wraith!
You should never have touched that malachite. It is a gateway to the land of the dead. Now you must join us there. Prepare to die.
Okay, so a wraith has come after me because I took the malachite. That is interestingly cool. Okay, I'm out of here. Alright, so I'm outside. I see people on the streets. Wow, I just realized what I did. I fought a wraith with 4 HP. All I had was 4 HP. Alright. Nom. That should do it, right? Alright, now if I run back into the inn, I should be able to transform back. I am myself again. What is my health at? My health is once again at 90 out of 90. Alright, so I've done it. I am good and well again, and I am myself once more. Okay, this has been an interesting and sort of productive day already. Let's go ahead and save the game. We're gonna save this as working, maybe working 2. Yes, we'll save this as working 2. All right, and we're now good to go. We have arrived here in Wadajwan. We've fed and we've dealt with a wraith that apparently is coming after us because of the malachite we're carrying with us. So let's go ahead and see here. Where on earth is this? It said Hearth House residence, but I don't think it's going to be the Hearth House residence. I'm going to go ahead and take a look at the letter once again and see what it tells us here. This was that was it, wasn't it? Yep, the Sarpt residence. It's so interesting how that keeps changing. Anyways, so to basically go there, we're going to go ahead and look at our map, and the Sarpt residence we can see is up to the northeast. So we're going to go ahead and run on up there. I am pretty intrigued, actually. This is kind of cool that little things are happening. I like that. That's one thing that, you know, Arena tried to do it, but it didn't quite feel the same. You know, Daggerfall kind of, you know, throws a little twist here and there at you, and, I like that. I like the idea that, you know, it's a little bit more expanded. There's letters and there's books and stuff like that. This is the Sarpt residence, is it not? I just want to make sure I'm breaking into the right place. It does not unlock. Alright then, I guess we're gonna go ahead and use Steve because I really want to get in here. Alright, hello? Person. Alright, I need to find the person who sent me off on that quest in the first place. Ah, there you are, and I'm not gonna pickpocket you, I'm just gonna talk to you. Well done, Alexis. Let me cast a spell upon the malachite. There, the malachite is now safe and yours to keep. What? Why? I didn't want it! I got it because I thought you guys wanted it! Not even death can hide a true descendant of Tiber Septim from the Underking. King Lysandas did not die in the Battle of Cringane. Now, actually, that's interesting because last night I was like, you know what? I've already forgotten the exact details about the whole Lysandas and my entire quest in Daggerfall. And so I went back and actually rewatched the first couple of my episodes of the series, and I'm sorry about the commentary. I just felt like I wasn't all there at the beginning. But anyways, yeah, I realized I had two different goals. There was the letter, and there was trying to figure out why Lysandas was haunting Daggerfall, and then I started thinking about the painting we had gone and retrieved, about the knife in the back kind of thing, and I'm like, oh. And I have a feeling we're about to find out a bit more about that, unless you guys have been reading while I've been talking, in which case you already know, and you started without me. Anyways, he was slain by treachery before it. There we go. Next line. The monument to him in Hammerfell is an empty tomb. His remains were secretly taken to an ancient tomb in Menevia. Menevia? Which I will now reveal to you. I do not know who betrayed Lysandas, nor why his spirit haunts the city of Daggerfall, and not the battlefield of Cringane. I have kept my part of the bargain, and you have earned the gratitude of the Underking. Excellent! So, I get to keep the... Okay, I get to keep the malachite. And he vanishes before my very eyes. I would kind of like maybe a poof of smoke or something, just like poof. That would have been kind of cool. So, now that we've gone ahead and returned that, I can continue my quest to get rid of my lycanthropy, because I do not want to be living with my lycanthropy. I think I've had enough of it. I think I've played around with it. I've shown off enough of it. I do realize I'm going to be making the game harder for myself, because up until now I've just sort of been like, you know, hacking my way through everything, and everything's been all great and fine and dandy. But, yeah, it's time. It's time. So, like I mentioned before, we're gonna go to Castle Sentinel, and we're gonna try to dive into the dungeon there and see if we can't find a, find the book that we're looking for. So we're gonna go to Sentinel. And we've arrived at Sentinel. So basically, I'm going to head to the castle, and I'm going to, well, make my way into the dungeon there. I feel like I've spent a lot of time in Sentinel. Now, Jason, yes, me? You do still have 50 grand on you, and that's adding a lot to your encumbrance. Would it not be beneficial to stop at a local bank before you start going into another dungeon? To that I would say, yes, Brain, it's a good idea. Let's go ahead to the bank to make a deposit, a nice, sizable, generous deposit, and then we will go ahead and tackle the dungeon, because we're still saving up for a ship and a home. Which I'm pretty sure, you know, with as much time as we spend in Sentinel, I have a feeling we're going to be setting up shop here. Like, I had mentioned it before that we were, but I wasn't entirely sure. I was still kind of iffy. I was like, maybe we will, maybe we won't. No, thinking about it, like, you know, it just makes sense to have a house in Sentinel. Like, eventually I'll go back to the Dragontail Mountains and get my money. I was really hoping that I could deliver the Malachite back to the Underking himself, and that way there I'd have an excuse to go all the way over to the Dragontail Mountains, but since I didn't have really that excuse, we're just gonna go ahead and we'll have to make a trip there later. So banking, I would like to go ahead and I need to actually I need to see how much I have in my actual inventory. Now it says 50 grand, but if I actually take a look at my gold itself, I've only got 23. 23. I believe that's because I have a letter of credit on me. Yes, I think that's right. So we're gonna go ahead and deposit actually 22,000 into our bank account. So we're gonna go ahead and let's see, account deposit 22,000, and that means that in our account we now have 62,000. And we have 28,000. Okay, that's our letter of credit that we've got on you. On you. That's the letter of credit we have on you. No, that's the amount of money we have on us. On me. On Alexis. I'm just gonna verify that very quickly. Yep, here it is. So we have a letter of credit worth 26,229 gold. So that puts our total worth at, what, we've got 60 grand, it's about, what, 80 grand-ish? I can't remember, what are the prices of the ships and stuff? They're like a couple hundred grand, if I'm correct, right? Let's see, if we go to buy house, yeah, these are several hundred thousands. Actually, some of them are even more expensive than that. What about ships? Yeah, 200,000 for basically, I want to get the deluxe one, so we're saving up for 200 grand. So we still have a little ways to go, but, yeah, so maybe, yeah, that's good. I don't need another letter of credit. I feel like having, say, 20 grand sitting in our pockets, just ready to be used at any point is more than enough spending money. So, now let's go ahead and head up to the northeast, up to Castle Sentinel in our quest to locate the book that we're looking for, that we've been looking for a while, that will lead us to the cure for lycanthropy. Running through the town and listening to the soundtrack like this and realizing that I could have been playing Arena with this same kind of sound quality and that, it really, it stings, because I'm like, oh, I would have loved to have that in Arena. Heck, I've played through a large chunk of Daggerfall with inferior sound, and it's a sad thing. Those doors open automatically, so I drew my sword. I'm like, okay. Is anyone coming to attack me? No. Okay, you know what it probably is? Those guards are combat units. Well, they're combat characters. Everyone else here can't really be harmed. They're just sort of static images. Except for you, you're an animated GIF. And so, my assumption here is that because they're sort of characters that would typically, attack you, and the fact that they're close to doors is why the doors are opening. Now, I can't remember. Does the dungeon go through these doors? Or do I have to go up the elevator over in this room? Or basically the room where that leads towards the queen. I can't remember. And I'm scared though, because I know we're gonna say this as dungeon, because technically we're at the start of a dungeon. And actually on that note, I should probably cast Tropolit. Yeah, that'll bring me right back out here. So we're gonna go ahead and set an anchor point for Tropolit, and then we're gonna go through this door. And if we are attacked, so far so good. No guard has attacked us. All right, we're gonna go through this door. Oh, hi. Okay, so maybe we're not in, oh wait, I've been here before. I know where I am, I think. Yep. Alright, so, no, I was right. I think I was right the first time. We gotta go back to the Queen's, sorry guy, I bumped into you. I gotta go back over this way here, and then we gotta go up the elevator. That's right, Sentinels. Let's see. The gourd by the door intones in the broad voice. All those having business with the Queen Accuracy pass through the door at the back of the hall on the right-hand side. I've read that so many times, I'm sorry. So, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and head over here. Yeah, because if I remember correctly, the dungeon in Castle Sentinel is actually up above the rest of the castle. So what I want to be doing is I want to head upstairs as much as possible, and then from here there's a door off to the right, isn't it? It's through here, I think. No, maybe I am wrong. It wasn't off to the right. Was it off to the left? There's a doorway here somewhere. Oh, this way. It's got to be this way. You're some wise old guy, and you lead to the elevator. Don't think you're down yet, so I'm gonna hit you and then stand back so I don't get crushed. Okay. Sorry, it took me a while to sort of remember where I was going, and I'm stuck in the elevator. Oh, there we go. I initiate a climbing mode to climb out of the elevator. So here we are, once again, finding ourselves in Castle Sentinel. Now, this wouldn't be so bad if the game would actually remember the layout of the map, but when I check my map, everything's gone. I have to completely re-explore this entire dungeon. Ugh, that is somewhat frustrating. Now, oh, no, I already transformed into a werewolf once today, didn't I? So I can't go ahead and transform back into a werewolf, because I'm like, if I recall correctly, Sentinel, that's full of like guards, right? They tend to be sort of like knights and warriors and other humanoid type enemies. So I should be able to make quick work of them if I transform into werewolf mode, shouldn't I? So what I'm gonna do is I'll fight as much as possible, then I'll go ahead and rest, and then once I've rested enough to be able to use lycanthropy, I'll use that to deal with the rest of the dungeon. But then again, I can't transform back and forth to loot. So if I transform into a werewolf, I can't be looting. Yeah, that's true. I actually need to stay in human form if I want to make a profit on this. And of course, you know, we're a thieving type class. You know, the Nightblade. It's like a thief with magic spells. We want to be able to make a profit off this entire thing. Yes, we're looking for the cure for lycanthropy, but at the same time, we want to, holy cow, we want to not die. Spell sword just died. I'm not used to getting hurt by these people. 99 gold pieces, and I forgot to stock up on some more potions. Okay, I'll try to rest here until fully healed. Please don't have, like, diseased me or done something horrible to me. Okay, running skill is improved. It's okay though, because she used magic. That would have harmed me anyways, being, a werewolf. It's only against the people with, like, swords and stuff that I really have to concern myself. The only problem is I was kind of hoping to just kind of come in here and find the book that, you know, just sort of sitting out in the open somewhere, you know, near the entrance. So I'm really hoping this doesn't this doesn't mean I have to go through the entire dungeon all over again. Yeah, I think that's quite a possibility. And I'm sorry about that. I had mentioned before, you know, maybe cutting out things if I had to, we'll say, revisit areas. But the general consensus I got was that no, revisiting and going into dungeons and stuff like that is part of the Daggerfall experience. So I'll be keeping that in. I'll be oh, I'm paralyzed. I am paralyzed. That's fine. I actually brought potions for just such an occasion. That's right, I do have a restore power potion. I have a potion of free action. Oh, look at that! I'm moving again, buddy! Oh, you weren't expecting that, were you? No, you weren't.
The spell sword just died.
Alright, and I'm going to go ahead and loot me some monies. And walk on into this room. I guess we'll go ahead and loot this as bags of something, but we can't loot those because those are cosmetic. I'm looking forward to the later games where there are no cosmetic items. There are only items to be looted. Basically, if it isn't nailed down, you can take it, and I'm excited for that. That said, though, I've had such a craving to play the later games. I've been like, oh, I gotta play Morrowind, and you know, people on my comment in the comment section are like saying, you should play Morrowind. When are you playing Morrowind? And I'm like, I want to play Morrowind. Believe me, I do. I'm deliberately not playing it so that I can forget as much about it as possible before I play it for you guys, because I kind of want a little bit of that wonder, and it's been several years since I've even opened up. No wait, sorry, I did open up Morrowind not that long ago, but I hardly played any of it because, like I said, I had that mentality. I had to keep it in my mind. No, you're going to be playing it for the channel, and I want to be able to be surprised. I want to be able to forget things about the game. I don't want to be, you know, a total expert on things and just sort of break things. I do still remember one little exploit, though. Actually, I remember a couple little exploits that I won't be taking advantage of in that game, but, you know, I'm trying to forget as much as possible, so I'm trying to forget it even exists. Morrowind does not exist. For now, there is only Daggerfall. And Daggerfall is actually it's a good game. I like it. It's I do crap on it a lot. I do give it a lot of criticism, but it's not. I believe I've already mentioned this before, and I believe I'm just repeating myself at this point. But I don't criticize it because I hate it. I criticize it because it could have been so much more if it just had been executed correctly. But you definitely see that, we'll say, the Elder Scrolls series in general owes a lot of what it is to this game. And that is a very good game. Okay. Hallway. Now, I've fought, let's see, spell swords and bats. And actually my health is a little bit on the... It's kind of at that weird point. You know, you look at the health and you kind of like... should I heal or shouldn't I heal? Is it, you've always got that sort of choice, you know, you're not sure if it's actually worth it, or if you should maybe take a little bit more damage before healing, because you want to make the most out of, we'll say, your available spell points, right? You want to be able to maximize your uptime. So, it's hard to know when you always want to, you know, go ahead and heal stuff. Like right now would be a good time to heal. I think now would be an excellent time to heal. Which is good, because, you know, I just finished dealing with this rogue. What was that? Did I hear something? Or was that just background sound? Oh, maybe it's the new sound. Maybe it's the munt. Maybe it's munt sound. I'm like, that sounded a little bit different than I'm used to. Was that an animal or sorry, like a creature sound? But I'm wondering if that's just part of the soundtrack, but it's using a sort of a different tone than I'm used to. That's a very real possibility. We're gonna go ahead and say this is working too. Now I'm realizing I'm nearing my point where I'm going to be changing back. You know, I'm going to be getting rid of the lycanthropy, and I'm still working on my longblade skill. I'm going to be kind of screwed once I turn back, basically turn back normal, and my short blade is not up to par with the rest of my skills. I've been like just screwing around with long blades all this time, and oh yeah, that's gonna be just slightly problematic. I should start working on my short blade now. Maybe as soon as this sword breaks, I'll send it in. I'll put it in for repairs, and then I'll switch. I'll use that opportunity. I'll use that time to go ahead and switch over to a short blade. For now, I'm having fun with the great big sword. What's really a broadsword? It's actually. A broadsword should not be as big as it is depicted in this game. Like, if you look at the inventory screen, that's a lot bigger than what a broadsword actually is. If I'm remembering correctly, I could be remembering incorrectly. That's a very real possibility. But from what I remember seeing, yeah, it's a little bit on the. This is a little bit on the large side for a broadsword. That's like, that's the sword that we've currently got is a little bit more, it's closer to, well, lengthwise, it's a little bit closer to like a claymore than it is to a broadsword. Or wait, maybe I'm thinking about, am I thinking about bastard sword? Wait, broadsword, then there's, let's see, bastard sword was sort of a cross between, it's kind of like a middle ground, if I recall correctly, between a short blade and a long blade. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong. It would be the first time. You know, it doesn't happen often. Wait, that makes no sense. It would be the first time, but it doesn't happen often that I'm wrong. So wait, if it doesn't happen often, that implies that it has happened, therefore making my first statement completely false. You stop. Just stop. You don't need to pick apart your own things. Let the internet do it for you. You know they're going to do it. Just let them do it for you. It'll give you. It'll let you. You're using up so much of your brain power. You're just stressing yourself out for no reason. Let other people criticize the way you talk. You know, rather than doing it for them. That way, there you can just sort of concentrate on one thing. I can't do that. I can't concentrate on just one thing. Alright, so let's see, where am I going? Yeah, I was debating, I'm like, should I even be, sneaking my way through this dungeon? Because, you know, I've been here before, and I feel like this is gonna really slow down the pace. I'm tempted to, like, just go, like, full speedrunning mode, just run through the whole thing, just hacking and slashing everything. I don't know, maybe I should do that. Maybe that would be a better approach. But at the same time, like I said, I want to build up my sneaking skills for when I when I get hit in the face with that staff. I want to be able to work on my sneaking skill for that. Let's say free action. All right, let's deal with this guy. That's right, you can't paralyze me. I'm free. Alright, let's go ahead and take the gold, and there's really nothing else of interest on you, so we're gonna just keep walking. There might have been something, I kind of just sort of skimmed. I'm looking for very specific things, and if I don't see at least the outline of a certain item I want, then I just kind of go, oh, nope, done. So if there's maybe a new ingredient that the guy was carrying, for instance, and it happened to be worth quite a bit, and I missed it, well, that's why. It's because I'm like, okay, let's see, is there anything in the shape of a weapon? No. Is there gold? Yes. Alright, we're done with looting, let's carry on. Because at this point I've kind of just resigned myself to the fact that, my armor is as good as it's going to get. Well, normal armor anyways. I plan on eventually going back to the Mages Guild, yes again, getting, we'll say, reinstated and getting myself some new spells. I want to be able to sort of, you know, buff up my agility, maybe get like a shielding spell or something, get those kind of spells back into my, wait a second, there's a secret door here. Where is it? There's a secret door, I saw it on my map. Is it over here? Okay, let's take a look at the map. Right here, there's a, oh no, it's the area below. My bad. Okay, my bad. Darn it, map. You're making me look like a dumb. Like a dumb. Okay, no, yeah, wait, I was saying something. Darn it, I forgot what I was saying. Actually, it's been a while since I think it's been a while since I've forgotten what I've been saying, and then I've interrupted myself, and I don't even remember anymore. I was talking about something. What are you on the ground? Oh yes, my spells and stuff. So yeah, I want to go ahead and basically, you know, get decked out in some of the, you know, the best spells that money can offer. But to do that, I need to go back through the Mages Guild, and I'm not sure if I'll go ahead and I'll show that. I'm not sure. Like, are you guys sick of seeing Mage Guild quests? Like, I still have to do more Thieves Guild stuff, and I still have to you know, maintain my relationship with the Temple of Arcade, just because you know, I want the potions. Although, yeah, I was thinking about this because, like I mentioned earlier, I was going through my first few episodes again, just trying to, you know, refresh myself on everything, you know, on the game I was playing. You know, I was like, I forgot some of the finer points of the plot here, and I remember during character creation, I had chosen a different, we'll say a different deity to, that Alexis worshipped, and I was like, wait a second, why am I now worshipping RK when during character creation I said Stendar or something? But you know, we're just gonna go ahead and say, we're gonna say Alexis had a revelation. You know, she converted. It's maybe not entirely, actually that's an interesting thought. Is she a true believer in RK? Or is she doing this out of convenience? Then again, she does tend to be a very honest person. So there's, like I said, it's a very good question. Is she doing is she basically doing the worship thing solely for the purpose of getting sort of potions? But then would a deity, because you know in this game here, we'll say the spirits, the Daedra and all this stuff, they're real, right? They're very real and they can be sort of in your face. So I'm like, would a deity really look kindly on someone pretending to be a true worshiper just to get potions from them? And I think that maybe that's something that we need to develop a little bit. You know, is Alexis even familiar with the teachings of RK? So maybe that'll be a little bit of homework for me to go ahead and, what are you? Centaur? I think that looks like a centaur to me. Well, that was the easiest fight ever. Backstab, dead. Done. Silver dye katana, that's quite alright. You can keep that. I just want your gold, and it doesn't really look like you have much else. Successful backstab. I'm a little bit disappointed. I kind of wanted to see what it looked like from the front, but I guess we don't get a chance to see that because, you know, it's dead, and it died very quickly because Alexis is a beast. Literally, like, she's part werewolf at this point, so she is very much so beast-like. Yeah, that's good. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to look into that and see, you know, how RK matches up with the character of Alexis. Alright guys, you know what? I have run out of time, so we're gonna go ahead and save the game here as, wait, that was end? This is gonna be end 2. Ah, my numbers are mixed up. I got end under working 2 and then end 2 with working. Okay, we're gonna save this as end 2. So anyways, if you like this content, if you like the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, leave it a thumbs down. Either way, let me know what you thought in the comment section. And until next time, I would like to ask you all to game on.